And welcome back to another Zwift race. This one is stage 4 of the monthly Zwift racing series for December. So I'm about a week and a half or so late on this one, but this is the final stage in the month, and is on the this is the best of series. So they're doing like repeat courses that they did throughout the year, and this is the French course. It's RGV, is that what it's called? RGV course. I don't actually know what that stands for, but I was excited about this one actually. So for a few reasons. I mean, one of them is that so it's the last of the month, so it's always sort of exciting to see how everybody's doing for the month. But I've also done this course a couple of times, and I'll speed it up here, by the way. So for the first bit of the race, nothing too exciting happens. But so I was excited because I've done this course a couple of times, and it seems to suit me quite well. And I knew that going in. So the first, mainly the first half of it or so is pretty flat, and so it's relatively easy to stay with the front group, even if they're pushing hard. And then there's one little climb in the middle, and then at the end it's just like a bunch of rolling little hills, just little ones, and that suits my riding quite well. I'm a smaller rider, and then but I've got a bit of a kick. So on the smaller rolling hills, generally I do well. So I was excited going into it. What I was not expecting was the pretty pedestrian pace, I guess I'd call it, for the first for most of the race up until kind of the end, really. It was what I would consider relatively slow. I even attacked a couple of times, and I don't ever really do that. So not really attack, I guess. I put in a little bit of an effort just to see if anybody wanted to go, but nobody did. It was a little bit surprising. That was a bit of a sprinters type race, and even a couple of comments of people saying like, "Whoa, like nobody, like what are we doing here?" So these monthly racing series is it's a series, so it's a stage race. So they add up the stages for the month, and there's a leaderboard, leaderboard for all of the stages put together, so you get a cumulative time at the end. And a lot of the time, especially I think this is a Friday, so toward the end of the week, people are going for like a GC spot, and I was definitely expecting that and definitely hoping on it, because that would have suited my finish better than doing something relatively slow through most of the race and then just letting like pure sprinters attack at the end. But no such luck. So we're pretty much getting towards like halfway through here, and nobody's really done much attacking. A couple of people tried to break away, but nobody really went with them. And then we get to this climb, and I think there is a kind of a group in the front that kind of breaks away from most of the other people, but it's still what I would consider not super fast. You can see my heart rate is sort of in the mid 160s, and if I was pushing harder, it would have been easily 170, mid 170s. So yeah, I mean, it's sort of happy that it's been relatively easy, but I'm also thinking like this probably doesn't suit me for the end very well. And so that was maybe a little bit frustrating, but what was even slightly more frustrating, you'll see in a little while here, is my positioning towards the end. I was not super excited about that. So yeah, like I said, the end, it's a bunch of little rolling hills, and I was hoping to time, kind of stay up with the front pack, and then time a effort to hit one of those hills, and kind of try to stay off the front for the last little bit, because after the last hill, it's pretty quick, but it's also flat. Kind of runway to the finish. So you'll see here, we'll slow it back down to normal with about a mile left. Still in the front group. There's about 30 people in the race or so, and probably maybe 20 or so in this front group. I think people probably have a similar idea to me, and they try to put in some efforts on some of these. So I do drift to the back of this group, unfortunately, through these rollers, and I find myself, at this last little roller here in a really, really bad position in the back of this group. And I do manage to kind of catch back onto the tail end of this group, but it's a little bit too late. I think by that time people had started to ramp up for a finish. So even now I'm thinking like, wow, I can probably jump onto this group again, and then try to work my way up through the finish. But it was just a little bit too late, unfortunately. But yeah, so I just didn't anticipate the first part of the race going, being as kind of relaxed as it was. But so it was a little bit unfortunate. But I do end up, let's see, Zwift Power has me at 9th. I think I end up something like 11th or 12th or something like that on the road, but only about 4 seconds back from the winners. Some quick numbers. Again, I average about 3.3 watts per kilo, so kind of right over that C category cutoff. So I'm thinking my C category is probably coming to an end. I do put in some nice power numbers on the lap. It wasn't a PR, but second on that. My PR was just a couple seconds faster, so it's pretty close. And then I do PR on this very end, those little roller sections, by a bit. So yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty good race, and I'm not overly concerned about it. Just a little bit frustrated. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.